Welcome back to WagerTalk.com. I'm Marco D'Angelo, joined in studio with Brian Leonard, also of WagerTalk.com. And Brian, Green Bay at Minnesota. We always talk about the stock on teams, okay? And you're the math guy, okay? I'm fairly sharp, but you're the math guy. Tell me, how the hell is this line this high on this game? I know Green Bay's playing lights out, but they played earlier in the season. Green Bay was the same number at home against Minnesota, and not only were they the same number in that game, it was a short week. They played on a Thursday night. No Teddy Bridgewater, which means they had to go with Christian Ponder, which makes that line even more insane because there's a big difference between the two quarterbacks. And now we're switching back to home field for Minnesota, and it's the same number. They're basically telling just if you do home field, there's a 6-point difference at least. And if you throw in the difference of Christian Ponder to Teddy Bridgewater, you're talking probably another 1.5 at least. They're telling me that these teams are a touch 7.5 difference.
Relax.
I'm just
relax.
It's insane.
Remember back when he said relax? They weren't playing well. The Packers weren't playing well at that time. Now they're playing a lot. Come on, 50 points, 2 straight games. How do you go against the Packers?
Watch me. You'll be seeing me sitting at a sports book waiting for this thing to hit 10.
It'll hit 10 long before you come in.
Okay. And it'll be like you'll see me run into like they brought out another plate of crab legs at the buffet.
To the window.
No? All right. No. I'll hit my app quick on the couch.
But in reality, the public has watched Green Bay just light it up the last couple of weeks. Now they're playing a Minnesota team. They're not getting Adrian Peterson back. He's supposed to be gone for the season now. That may actually be a positive for Minnesota because now they can go on. We've seen this many times in the past. Ray Rice situation. You can go on and know who's going to be there. But they scored 50 points. This is the third time in NFL history teams have scored 50 points or more in 2 straight games. Of course, the public is going to be on the Green Bay side, and there's no reason why they shouldn't be, unless they have gambled for 31 years like I have and 35 for you have. You're taking a look at a Green Bay team here, and to give even more ammunition, I got this out of the Power Sweep newsletter. My friend Phil Steele publishes that great newsletter. The last 7 times that Rodgers has gone up against Minnesota, 21-1 touchdown to interception ratio. Pretty impressive.
It's pretty impressive.
But now, if you watch Green Bay play, they've been excellent at home, have not been good on the road. And that's where we get the big advantage, like you alluded to in the first place. Yeah,
and it's a situation that, you're not just going to another, road venue. You're going to a dome where it's going to be louder. And I tell you what, I am impressed with Teddy Bridgewater. I thought coming in that, his stock fell as far as it did. I thought they kind of went too far on him. I thought he was better than some of the guys that went ahead of him. Maybe it's the system. I don't know. But the guy, he did everything you asked of him in college football, but everybody said it was at Louisville, he played a soft schedule. I don't care. I've seen a lot of guys that still make mistakes playing soft schedules. He did everything that was asked of him, and he's come in here, got in there. What game did they bring him in? The Atlanta game, September 28th, early in the season, month into the season, and he's played well. I'm impressed with him, and he never seems to be rattled. He had a game against Tampa Bay earlier that beat me, where Minnesota was the right side in that game from start to finish, but Tampa Bay rallied, got a score late in the game, under 2 minutes to go, took the lead. And how many times do you see a team that leads the whole way and then give up the lead late? They're not coming back. And this team came back on the road. He took them down the field, never panicked. And granted, it was against Tampa Bay. That's still impressive for a rookie to be able to do that kind of stuff.
You're a little bit more impressed by him than I have. I've been more impressed with the Minnesota defense. 3 of the last 5 games, they've allowed 17 points or less. Now, granted, they are playing a red-hot offense here with Rodgers and company. But you're getting them at home. Second time they played them, first time they played them, Green Bay blew them out. Who knows you better than your divisional opponents?
Right.
Green Bay right now living high on the hog, and as we have talked about in previous videos, other weeks, the story of the day, the next team going to the Super Bowl. And
Flavor of the week.
Usually when that happens, they have a major drop-off. Look at the Denver Broncos. Everybody was assured Denver was going to be in the Super Bowl.
Yeah.
They have had some injuries, but to lose to the Rams?
Right.
I mean, so the NFL, this is the NFL, it changes every week.
Next man up.
Next man up, that's right. Next
usually,
team up.
Usually results in next team down.
Yep, that's right.
And if you want, this is your video, but I will let you use the phrase. If you want Green Bay, you think they're fat and sassy?
Fat and sassy?
Yeah, I would think they're fat and sassy after last week. Back-to-back 50-some point games.
At least the offense is fat and sassy.
Fat and sassy for sure. All right, Brian says to take Minnesota plus the points. I agree with him on this one. I think this one's going to be a lot closer than people think. Take Minnesota plus the points on Sunday. And speaking of Sunday, if you're looking for an NFL winner, we've got a guy at the site, the Prez. He is releasing his NFL side of the year. Now, he's already hit his college football total of the year, his NFL total of the year. Now he's going with his NFL side of the year. You can check it out at wagertalk.com. And if you want to save $10, you're watching this video. When you check out, just enter coupon code FREE10. That's free and the number 10, and you'll get $10 off that package. We're going to come.
I do want to point out, we're releasing this at plus 9.5, I believe.
Yeah.
As I said earlier,
It's going to get to 10.
it's going to get to 10. You're in no hurry to play this game. There's not going to be a lot of people coming in on the Minnesota here. I'm sure the wise guys will game day. But we've got plenty of time to grab a 10, which is the better number here.
Absolutely. All right, we're going to come back. Got another NFL game for you. We're going to go out west. Check out those San Diego Superchargers. See if they got their batteries charged up for the second half. That's up next. Almost. Wow, what a Freudian slip there. Wagertalk.com.
I think we need to rate it.